chess openings is one of those things that like just doesn't make a lot of sense. There's like a few hundred of them, a few thousand of them, and you know everyone has their own opinions on their favorite one, and each opening has like its own kind of goal, but like it's all kind of the same goal. And so I randomly chose two openings. And if you've been watching the channel for a while, you would know that for white it's the Vienna, and for black e4 it's the Scandinavian. And even still against d4 for white, I still do like a weird Scandinavian Vienna mix. Those are the only two openings that I know. But for the last month, I've been playing only those. And so I thought it'd be a cool video idea. If we look back from a month ago when I first started playing these openings to now, and see if I really improved. I picked two games, one for black, one for white, about a month ago. One for black, one for white, over this last week. So, I think over this last week. Yeah, over this last week. So the first game that I want to show you guys, I think is on the channel. This is back when I was a wee little 1,000 rated player, and I have only dropped since then, but I was playing as white and I played the Vienna. Since then, I have done a lot more research on the Vienna, and I do know different variations of it and like how to actually do it. A little bit, not as much as I should, but a little bit more like, okay, this is the move. This is the move. Because then they could do like this, and then you have take, and they have to move it away, or they have this knight, and then I think the same thing kind of still applies. Firstly, you get the knight out, protecting this from this. If he takes, bam. Now you have center control. Takes. And then, I mean, yeah, he can check you. You block, takes. Right? You know, maybe not the best decisions, but, you know, you have a lot of moves. It's not what I played in this game. Which now, you know, I know now. All right, I'm learning. I'm getting better. It's been a month. And I do think my chess game has improved ever so slightly. All right, I'm still, you know, not gaining any elo. But I do think I'm getting better. And this game really just goes to show how little of an understanding I had at this point in time. This was literally only a month ago, and I feel like I've improved drastically. But one of my biggest things was just constantly hanging pieces, which I still do, but not nearly as much as I once did. And then just making bad moves. I could find the worst move on the board that wasn't a blunder and still play it. Versus now, I do tend to make good or best moves a lot more often than in these games, as you see. Just bad trades. I mean, this is just all basic chess stuff so far, but I mean, the eval bar says we're tied. I'm actually winning a tiny bit, but then I find like the one move that gives him a +2 advantage, and I just can't get back. Every move I make is just not a good move. And at this point, black is completely winning. I went up a tiny bit. He's at +3 because he's up in material. And then I still found the worst move. Takes. And at some point during this game, right, I just hang pieces. Hang the rook. I'm like, oh, shoot. Okay. Sack the rook again. And then I just hang the queen. Takes. He gets his queen. And then mate. Bad trades. Bad sacks. No strategy. Couldn't see a few moves ahead. I mean, just a bad game overall. Right? For black. Again, about a month ago. About a month ago. Played the Scandinavian. And I have now started playing this move here. But it's not what I played. And within the first 5 moves, I start making mistakes, inaccuracies. I let myself get forked for one. That's crazy. Nothing crazy's happening yet, but at some point, this is the mind of a 200 elo player. All right, he pushes the pawn, he attacks my knight. I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta protect it. Takes, check. Apparently that was the best move, but like in my mind, I did not see it that way. Right, I did not make this move with the intentions of his bishop taking, because I didn't see his bishop. I kind of got lucky, right? And then it leads to a check. Then he can run away however he wants. But it's not what happened. I instead decide to make this move for no reason. And then instead of taking with the rook, I take with the pawn. And then this pawn becomes my epitome. It's like my Achilles tendon, this pawn, the entire game. Because I just can't break through this pawn structure. At some point, I think this is my last pawn, and I have no way to push it forward. And he wins. Checks. Yeah, I've learned my lesson with this too. You don't put your king. You don't let these skewers happen, because oh man. And then I don't have any other pawn. He finally took this pawn. And there's nothing I could do. He just ladder mates me. He was up by 13 points. 45 moves. Got obliterated. And I feel like this just goes to show my little understanding of openings at the time. I know the first 5 moves, and then after that, it just all falls apart. Right? Inaccuracy. Then I make a good move. Inaccuracy. Then I make an okay move. Inaccuracy. Then I make another inaccuracy. You know? And then I let myself get forked, and, you know, I shouldn't be falling for stuff like this. So in this next game, this is a more recent game. They are games that I won. Play the Vienna. Okay. Regular stuff. Okay. Should have took this. All right, give me a break. I think I was tired this week. And I still do make a lot of mistakes. Right? It's just so silly. But I will say a lot of these moves is just because the engine wants me to take this pawn so badly. Right? If I take best move, takes. I mean, he could just take with the queen, no? Yeah. Or he moves here, attacks his piece. Oh, whoa. No, he couldn't do that now. But, okay. Continuing on. A lot of these moves and mistakes are because of this missed tactic. And they just repeatedly hit me. But, continuing forward. Don't understand the point of this move, but I played it anyways. But I'm not letting pieces hang quite as often. Okay, but if I played this, oh, I can't. Oh, why? But I missed it. I didn't even see that. That would have been disgusting if I played that. Oh man, this is why you need to like review your games from like a week ago. Like review your games after you play them, sure, but review them a second time, like a week later, and it just like, oh my gosh, that's so disgusting. Didn't play that. And it eventually leads to mate. Is it my best game? No. Is it my worst game? No. Did I make as many mistakes as I tend to make? No. I think this is a prime example of me getting just a tiny bit better. In this next video, I played the Scandinavian. This is also about a week ago. This is almost the normal Scandinavian, right? Push upon. I think, like, even if you play this is best move, though, I think. But I don't like this move because then it traps your getaway, and I hate that. But, just, you know, also maybe that my opponents are sometimes not as good. I don't know. But I do think that this is just like okay chess. And then I make, what, 8 moves without... Oh, well. If I had castled... Okay. And then the tempo idea is just move the... I need to learn what tempo is, because winning tempo, I have no idea, but... Alright. Takes... Yeah. I still do miss a lot of opportunities, but... Fair enough. Check. Apparently it was a blunder, but I didn't hang the piece. It really wants me to trade the queen, which I end up doing anyways. Get the king to safety. And then I end up just winning by eating all of his pieces. Oh, this game, I actually don't even win by checkmate. I think I started getting scared because after I lose this bishop, he pushes the... Yeah, after I lose the bishop, I had no idea how to checkmate him. I had 4 seconds left on the clock, and I just drew the match by repetition. I do remember this game. But I think overall, from what how I was playing a month ago, at least with like my knowledge of openings and basic strategy and making way too many blunders, like hanging queens, hanging rooks, hanging bishops. I still make all those mistakes, but it's like, you know, I was here, and now I'm like here, you know, and then the bar is like down here. So I'm like, you know, 75% of the way. We're gonna one day, you know, get it down to 0 where I don't hang a single thing, and any piece that's taken is out of strategy or a sacrifice. But you know, in due time, the day will come. Kind of a different video, kind of weird, but you know, thanks for watching. I do intend on continuing to play the Vienna and the Scandinavian for maybe another month. I'm gonna just do some more research and try and, you know, become a master in both of those openings. I think with that, playing more games, I'll slowly get better. That's the goal. All right. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.